my mother didn't change very much. We kind of knew what the rhythm of the year was. Mm-hmm. So things like that will change, and how we are part of the support for the monarchy may change slightly. Who knows?
And when you hear sometimes people refer to a slimmed down monarchy, I can't imagine what that might mean for a role like yours. I don't know how many more hours in the day you have to take more things on.
Well, I think the slim down was said in a day when there were a few more people around to make that seem like a justifiable comment.
The world changes a bit.
It changes a bit. I mean, it doesn't sound like a good idea from where I'm standing, I have to say.
Sure it does
I'm not quite sure what else we can do.
Are there conversations about relevance?
There will be everywhere. It's not a conversation that I would necessarily have. I think it's perfectly true that it is a moment where you need to have that discussion. But I would just underline that the monarchy provides, with the Constitution, a degree of long-term stability that is actually quite hard to come by any other way.
And when we think about this duty, this role that the king has taken on, what kind of king do you think he'll be?
Well, you know what you're getting, because he's been practicing for a bit. And I don't think he'll change. He is committed of his own level of service, and that will remain true.
And some of the recent polling is suggesting that there is a drop in the percentage of people who would like to see the monarchy continue. How do you deal with that as a family?
Well, we don't, in many respects, need to deal with it. Not least of all because it is the monarch that is the key to this, and the Constitution that underpins the monarchy. We as a family see ourselves there as to support that role, which means that what we do, we hope, contributes to the monarchy and the way in which it can convey continuity of not just interest, but of service, of understanding, the way that people and communities want to live their lives. And I think so often we get the chance to see communities and the people who do things really well and are very generous with their time in a way that, if you look at the media, you tend not to get that impression. So often all you see is the bad news and the bad behaviour. And I rather hope that sometimes what we can do is just to underline the goodness and the fact that there are an awful lot of people out there who really do understand about the way they behave towards each other is important. And that the monarchy provides an element of a focus to that level of service and encourages that in the long term. It's not a short-term thing. You're there for the long term.